Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today we're going to be making a fun fold card, and it's called a window fun fold card. It's super simple, but it's super cute because I'm going to be using some product from the mini catalog. And there's actually two bundles that coordinate with this suite. And today I'm going to be using Sentimental Park. It's shown on page 33 of the mini catalog. I'm also going to be using the designer series paper that coordinates with that. It's called Regency Park. It's a 6x6 paper pack. It's adorable. And so today, let's get started making this fun fold card. I'm going to show you the dies. I'm going to show you the paper. I'm going to show you the measurements and how to make the card. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put our camera down so we can see the full landscape view. Okay, so as I said, it's called a window fun fold card, and it is super simple. So the base of the card, I'm going to be using Balmy Blue. This is 8.5 by 5.5. I did score it in half at 4 1/4. And so I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. Okay, and then there's another piece of white cardstock that you'll need. And this is 8 by 5 1/4. So 8 by 5 1/4. And you're going to score it twice, one at 2 and one at 4. Super simple. So go ahead, and if you do that, go ahead and fold on those score lines. Kind of make it like an accordion. Okay, so you're going to fold this one back. All right. So now we are going to use some designer series paper. As I told you, Regency Park. It's the 6x6. Of course, it's dual-sided. I've chose this side, so we're going to use the flowers and the stripe together. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on the front of my card. So I'm going to glue this down. So what are the sizes of this? This is actually 4 by 2 5/8. So 2 5/8 by 4. Okay, so we're just going to glue this down, and it's going to give you a nice border. And, of course, the designer series paper tells you all the colors that are in it. And this one has Balmy Blue, Mango Melody, Night of Navy. It also has a dark green, which I'm not going to use. I'm opted out of the shaded spruce today. I'm going to be using Old Olive instead. It also has Petal Pink, Sweet Sorbet in it, some of the pieces. Okay, so now what we're going to do is look at the dies. So this is the stamp set. It has 23 photopolymer stamps in it, and it has lots of flowers. It also has the leaves. It has love, and also has all of these sentiments. And I am in love with these little tiny sentiments. Happy birthday, best wishes, you know, and then you, the bigger you. So just for you, you know, let's see, how would that word? Your new adventure. I don't see two, but anyway, your graduation. Oh, I see. So it coordinates with these also. The thinking of you, thinking of your anniversary. Let's celebrate your anniversary. Dear friend, happy birthday. So they all coordinate, and all things wonderful. All the wonderful things you do. I love that too. So anyway, long story short, now I'm going to use some of the dies. So the Sentimental Park dies, there are 18 dies, and you get these dies. These are adorable. So you get these two different sizes. They cut out the flowers, and then you also get this one that layers inside. So I did cut out a white piece of cardstock, and it does the little dots. I don't know what that's called. It's not stitching. It's little dots. And this actually, you can use it separately or you can use it together. It actually layers on top of this one. So I went ahead and cut one out. Okay, so it also has, obviously, the flowers. Cuts out the flowers, the leaves, and then you have all those bonus dies. All right, so all that being said, I'm going to cut out of the front of the card this piece. Okay, so this piece is going to run through the cut and emboss. Now, since I'm cutting, it will cut, I already glued it down, and it will cut out two two pieces. So it'll cut out the designer series paper and the cardstock at the same time. You need to run it through a couple times just to make sure, but it will cut through. The dies are thick enough that they will cut through both pieces. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run this through. It's a little tight because you are running it through all that that extra thickness. Okay, so I'm going to run it through 3 times just to make sure. Which isn't a terrible idea. Okay, so now I have that, and I'm finished with this, and now what I have is this piece. Okay, kind of looks funny right now, right? Doesn't look like too much. And then I have this piece. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart because I don't really need this right now. I might use it later on another card. I don't really need it right now. And I'm going to go ahead with my brush. I'm going to try to brush out these little extra pieces. Use my pokey tool for some of them because they're a little stubborn. I did run 2 through at the same time, which makes it a little thicker. But just take a second to pop these out. That's where your take your pick tool comes in so handy. Okay, I'll get rid of these little pieces. Drive me crazy. All this little trash. I am not a fan of having all this stuff on my work, in my work area, to be honest. I like it clean. Okay, so what I want to do now is put my dies away. I'm like freaked out about losing my dies, so I do like to keep them in my case. All right, so now I have this, and what I want to do now is I am going to add this piece to the inside of my card. This is what's going to make the fun fold, and this is the window, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the inside of my card. Now this is card. This is why you made it 5 1/4 by 4, by 8, so it layers nicely inside, and you have that nice edge. Okay, and then I'm going to use this piece, and I'm going to use that on the inside of the card to make it pop through the window. But first, I want to do a little stamping on here before I glue this down. So I'm going to stamp on this white piece. And the flowers that I chose this flower, and then this leaf, and then I chose the little happy birthday and the let's celebrate. So the first thing I want to do is use my old olive ink, and I'm going to stamp the leaf. So I'm going to have the leaf come up about right there. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp the inside of the leaf with the same color, but I'm going to stamp it off once to make it a little bit lighter. I don't know if I got the tip of that. I might not have. Okay, so I'm going to line. It's super easy to line up. And what you get is that lighter color with the center white. I love that. So they did all the work for us. Okay, so I'm done with that for now. I am going to use it again later, but not right at the moment. And then I'm going to use Night of Navy. And I'm going to use the flower, stamp the flower. So I'm just going to stamp this like right there. And there's another stamp that stamps the inside of the flower. But instead, I'm going to use my blend marker. And really quickly, I'm just going to color the inside of those flowers. I kind of like them. I don't want to color them just perfectly. I kind of just going to give it a little bit of color like that. Okay. So remember, this pad is water-based. This is water-based ink. This is alcohol-based ink. So they really don't normally play that well together. Memento Black is meant to, it's an alcohol-based marker, so it's meant to stamp and then coordinate with these blend markers. But if you're careful, you can use all your inks and with your blend markers, just be a little bit careful. Okay, so before I put this in, because this is not symmetrical, this is obviously a little different than this, I want to make sure that I don't put it upside down, which is right. Okay, so I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back, and then I'm going to tuck it inside of these cuts, obviously made for this. It's a little tricky because I put glue on the back, but I think I can make it work. I don't think you really need glue on the back, but you know me, I like to be careful. I don't want it popping out. Okay, so there we go. See how cute that is? Okay, now I'm going to adhere this on this pull-out part, but I'm not going to put glue on this side. I only want glue on this side, so when I pull it, this does not stick. So I'm just going to put adhesive right there. Okay, and how am I going to line this up? I'm going to close this. I'm going to lay this back in, just like it came out. I'm going to press it, and then when I pull this away, ta-da, it's going to be perfect. So it's going to be a perfect window. And I like that that kind of does a little stick, so it actually holds it closed. All right. Now, I do want to put, I have a little bit of a phobia about these pieces that come together and don't actually have any trim or anything. So I'm going to put a little piece of balmy blue cardstock just right here where those come together. I know. If that doesn't bother you, don't do it. But for me, it bothers me. And I could do it with ribbon, but it's such a small piece. And I'm thinking, no, you know, ribbon might be a little hard to adhere just in those small pieces. Okay, so there we go. Just like that. I think I need a little more glue on there. Yeah. It's making me think that's coming loose. So I'm going to put a little liquid glue in there. Ooh, hope I didn't overdo it. Is this side doing the same thing? No. Okay, that's weird, but in a good way. Okay, so we're going to hold that down just for a second and let that glue adhere. Take hold. Okay, now we need to put our greetings in. And as I told you, this little tiny happy birthday is so cute. And I have a lot of navy going on, so I think I'm just going to use the old olive. And I'm going to say happy birthday on here. I love the photopolymer stamps. They are so easy to line up. Okay, so go ahead and put some adhesive on the back. Put this on the front of my card. Happy birthday. And then on the inside, I am going to say, let's celebrate. And again, I'm going to do this in old olive. And I'm going to put it up a little high because I want to have room for my writing. The only other thing I think it might need is just a little bit of some bling. And I do have some bling from the mini catalog. I have these pastel adhesive back sequins, and these are balmy blue. They look a little bright, but these are also balmy blue. Which ones do you like? I like them both. I think I like the sequins, actually. So I'm going to, and so we have the large and the small. We have a sheet of each. So I'm going to use both sizes. And I think I'm going to use, where would that look best? Put a small one there, a large one there, and a small one up here. Oops, stuck to my finger. There we go. See, a little bling adds a lot. Really does. Okay, so there's our window fun fold card. I hope you enjoyed this today. If you have any questions about sizes or you know, how I made the card, just let me know. But I think it was pretty self-explanatory. I like it. And especially love that designer series paper. It's really cute. So hope you enjoyed this today. I will see you on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we will be doing Gratitude Tuesday, but we're going to be doing something a little different. We're not going to be doing scrapbooking. We're going to be doing a different kind of a gratitude video. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri, and I appreciate your likes and comments. If you would share my video, that would even be better, so other people can enjoy them. So thanks so much for watching today. Have a great weekend. Bye.